Hello and welcome to Back to the Board segment of Singer Schools Rugby League 2016, and what a game of rugby we have witnessed in the first week itself. We'll have some key analysis at this whiteboard. First up, St. Joseph's versus St. Thomas game. We know St. Thomas have their big forwards, their pack weight is almost into 800 kg. Their forwards did all their hard work in the middle of the field or in the center of the field. They maintained all the position. They created the ball position going into ruck situation. And what St. Joseph did was in the first 20 minutes or even entire first half, they defended around 80%, I would say. And also every time a Thomian goes into contact, there's more than one numbers coming into the breakdown. So that allows space out wide for Thomian attack. But winger Naveen Heenakan and the other winger of the Thomian team, what they didn't realize in that game is, in fact, in the first half, the mark between 15-meter and the line out. There's so much space you can run out wide, but they didn't realize this space. Every time when they got a ball from this area, instead of going into the width, using the width, they come in to create more inside and seek support from their forwards. They could have scored plenty in the first half, because we saw in the commentary box doing from the far end of the pitch, there's so much space out wide, but Scrum of Disil are feeding, but their wings not getting the message clearly on that occasion. But what happened? It took almost 39 minutes for Thomians to score in the far corner. Finally, the winger Heenakan Kanamge got the ball and he somehow managed to score in that area. When you look at the second half, once again it's 5-3 in the halftime. When you look at the try scoring area by St. Thomas's, Mayon Jayawardene of course scored 2 tries. One he came all this way and under the post, and one is here. Heenakan Kanamge once again scored his second try, and the flanker Christian Delisle scored 1. So look at the gap, how the width of the field that they have used. So it was clear message from Coach Laga in the halftime break. So credits to their forwards who did a tremendous job in the breakdowns, sucking in more defenders of St. Joseph's, allowing the space out wide. As a result, St. Thomas has scored 4 more tries in the second half. The other game between Isipathana College and Dharmaraja College, they did something opposite to St. Thomas's did. Their handwork, their pace of the line attack was fascinating to watch, as they scored 10 tries. 61 points to 15 was the final score for the Green Machine. Now, what their game plan was, their strategy rather, going into 1 or 2 phases, and they have all the numbers out wide. Pretty much like playing sevens, they don't have a big forwards like Thomians had, so create more faces and send it out wide, and the backs do the rest. We saw Chamud Fernando, the winger, scoring 3 tries, and almost all the backs scored 1 try each, which is quite a different strategy in terms of what St. Thomas's did in the first game. So Pathana game plan was really clear: create 1 or 2 faces and send it to backs, and they didn't have a necessity to kick in the open field because they were dominating the ball position. So 2 different game pattern played according to their strength, which is good. On the Royal versus DS Senana game, Royal also inside their 22-meter or even inside their half, they didn't even bother to kick in the opposite territory and lose ball position. They know they are playing against DS. In that case, they maintained the ball position. They went into few more phases, probably 15 to 20 phases, and then they dominated the opposite territory and scoring tries. That shows another different strategy. Although Royal don't have big bulky forwards, but there's no huge forwards, but it is very good in terms of mobility of the team, and also they have very strength in that line out, which is their key weapon. So we would like to see more coming in the week 2. And one more thing we noticed, that in the St. Peters versus Kingswood game, we should give a round of applause to the referees. They did a tremendous job because St. Peters already scored. Tikshana Dasanayake, the centre, who scored 4 tries on that game. In fact, he scored 1 more try. St. Peters had a penalty just outside the 22-meter mark, but someone of the St. Peters team have called for the kicking tee. So one substitute player brought the tee inside. Assistant referee Pradeep Fernando saw that, but Dinka Pires was looking at the match as the scrum half picked the ball and sent out wide. Tikshana scored the try, but it was reverted back by Pradeep Fernando after consulting Dinka Paris, because some player bought the kicking tee inside. In that case, try is not allowed. They have to go for the kicking option. So that is a very good spot on, very brave decision, even though not giving the try. And also one thing we note, one of the St. Peter's player making a high tackle on a Kingswood player, and then the play continued for like a minute and a half. And then it stopped. The other assistant referee on the same game, Kamil Haji, and he consulted referee Dinka Paris and brought back play, and he gave a yellow card as well to St. Peter's player. It's a sin bin offence. So what you have to do is, in terms of refereeing, you saw the mistake or the infringement happen and let the play off, and once it stopped, bring back play. So that's clever work by the referees on that game. So those are the 3 analyses we picked up of Singers Schools Rugby League 2016. And until next week, I'm Sabir Qadir signing off for theproperty.com.